just forgot. I just literally leased this. I just stopped the recording, so let's go and get... I think we're going to have to change our baler, but I don't think there is a wrapper for the 1.2 metre one, unless it is... I know what would be easier for me to do. Let's take a bale with me. And then test a few out. What I am going to do, I'm going to be fair on this though, because this is literally a test, which in real life, the semi-realism that we all talk about is a two-way street. If I didn't know a piece of equipment worked in the real world, I would go and I would talk to the people at the store, the equivalent to the store in the game. I wouldn't keep buying lots of pieces of equipment over and over again and waste lots of money leasing equipment. So I am going to treat this as a... Let's customise that. Star Super 1. Right, let's get that back on. We'll also pick up a weight while we're there. And we are going to take that in case I am right, and this is... we are going to... I think we should just be able to afford my Class Roland, to be honest, the all-in-one that I normally use. Oh, in fact, no, I can't. I suppose I could if I went second-hand. So I would be returning this. Not that I would get much for it, because it is a very cheap baler, which is, of course, why I picked it. But let's get the big bag handler. We'll take the bale with us. And we shall see if that other one, or any of the other baler wrappers, actually works on this. Whether this needs to go back and we need the proper 1.3 metre bales. I need to put this on that because I'm going to need to bring a couple of things back, so I can't bring the weight and a baler on the back. We'll get this right. Now then, how will that cope with the weight of a bale on the front? That is the question. Ooh, not very well. That's just one bale. Still, you wouldn't expect the Fendt GT to truthfully be managing much more than that. Oh wow. Hang on. Let's fold that up. Yeah. I've got real mud on. Whoa. Shall see. Oh wow, that flew forward. I'm not surprised with that kind of jolt. Again, another point in question. Physics, absolutely amazing. I know they're not perfect. I know it does weird things. That's down to modders and all of the rules. But when you consider the physics of the game, all of the absolute minutiae, and then compare it to the real physics of the real world, it's a very, very complex world. And complexity and design and numbers and number patterns require a patterner. You don't get systems without someone, or patterns without someone who creates those patterns. Doesn't happen. The 3 or 4 bales that we have done that are like this, we will. My plan is eventually to get some cows. Obviously, expansion permitting. That's why I didn't want to be wasting any more time on bales. I just got this feeling that somewhere in the back of my mind about when I read about this particular baler that it said some things aren't supported. And it was that when I looked at it and saw the 1.2 metre, and I know most are 1.3, and I thought, so yes, if this isn't going to work, we're going to have to literally get rid of that. And I have a nasty feeling this is not going to work with any. Oh, then I've never used this. Yeah. So then, let's return that. Using the F11 tool, we're going to return the 765 that we paid for that. And then we are going to I have a nasty feeling this is going to be the same for them all. 2754. To be honest, even if that did work, it's going to be too... No, I'm right, so, right. Yeah, I am right, this is, yeah. Okay then. Oh, worst thing. This is going to be the end of this Let's Play after this, once I've sorted this last thing out. Because it has been a long first session. With some rather bumpy knocks. That's the trouble when you go out of your normal things, but it's part of the good about this game, though. It's how you deal with the problems that you get, I think, are important. Right, let's take this back. That's a shame. That would have really worked well. Oh, there, do you do everything from in there? You do. Right, 52,000. Let's have a look then. While we're here, let's go and speak to the people in the store. Right, so then we have 52,000. Baling technology. We have just literally a load of these, and the one annoying thing is how long it takes you to get through them, to get to the latter half of the baling equipment. As good as they are, there's so many of them. Right, so then we have 58,000. We have no choice but to go second hand. Oh well. Oh well, the good thing is there's a silver lining to this, and that is the fact that I can actually do the baling and the wrapping all in one, which that is definitely an advantage. So we'll take these back to the field, and that is where we'll leave it. I would like to finish this. Right, so let's roll that on. This has got a very low horsepower requirement, so that is one definite good thing to this. This should give us no problems with the fence, with doing the baler wrapping and the baling in one. So there is a slight. This is my present favourite setup, with the Claas Roland as a very close second. Nearly forgot. Weights. Now, if we're going to want this to be formidable, or it can pick up a few to do the things the big bale handler as I normally do, I am going to go for my standard. Got a minute. It's especially for the Liebherr. That is one I would often go for, but it's a very. That's my favourite, the Fendt one there. 3-point with rope and a hitch. Very nearly forgot that. That should give me quite a bit of balance with 2.5 tons at the back. Now this is one time I am going to have to tab, because there's no way I'm going to get all the way back there before Courseplay goes doolally. Oh, excellent. So we are going to. I am so grateful though that we only. How many have we did? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 4 bales. I was just about to do one round there. Yeah. So we have 4 bales that are non-standard. That's not too bad. It could have been an awful lot worse. We could have realised way. I could have just left that churning and then been in a world of hurt with only grass bales, which obviously, as we all know, neither used to man the beast. I wonder, there must be a special baler wrapper though for that. There's got to be. Whoa, watch where you're going. Whoa, that's lifting the weight up slightly. Thought we might actually get onto the weight itself, but it's a 3-point link, isn't it? It's going to be a fun ride. Oh well, test a driving skill. Very interesting. Ah, beautiful. Yes, it is. We are living in the what the Bible calls the last days, and there is so much evidence to that. One of my favourite scriptures is 2 Timothy 3, which literally goes through the attitudes of the people around in the last days, lovers of themselves, lovers of money, having a form of godly devotion, but not falling in the power of that godly devotion, not actually being true to it. So yeah, quite amazing. And obviously if you speak to most people have no belief. In fact, to be honest, most people are taught that the belief in God is wrong and is not true anymore. What people are taught at school to believe that the theory of evolution is a fact, which, to be honest, if you read Darwin's original hypothesis, it was relying on the fossil records to prove his theory correct, which the fossil record didn't, which of course then led to further lies and further theories. Punctuated equilibrium was born because the fossil record didn't back up Charles Darwin's have I dropped something? Please don't tell me I've lost the... Oh, I have. Let's leave that. Don't want the weight of that pulling me down. Let's go get the baler. Once we get this to the field, though, we are leaving it. It's where did I lose that? It was on not long back. So the locking script, that's the one thing why I did actually stop using this. Oh wow, it's right over there. stop using the Bandit trailer was the locking scripts were not the best. But I mean, I could actually use the piece of wood trick or whoa. Whoa, it's not turning. It's not turning. Very interesting. Come on, turn. Oh, really? It's because it's lifting the weight. Well, I know you didn't mean to, but thank you very much for knocking me in the right direction. We're going to have to let that go. Whoa. I know what we're going to do. It's the weight that is causing all the issues, to be honest, so let's drop the weight off. It's also lifting the front end up. Can you have a weight that's too heavy? I suppose you can have a weight that's not suited to a certain tractor. I may have to try another weight. Doesn't seem to sit well on this. But we shall see. I suppose when I'm actually baling, the weight of the bale itself will help keep the front end down. So yeah, we'll see. Just get this picked up and then we'll call it a day. Well, we haven't got a lot of work done, and we have had a lot of discussions about the big things. So far a very one-sided conversation, and it may remain that way. Not that I'm afraid, and I think that's sometimes it's really part of being a Christian, is not being afraid of voicing your concerns. In fact, to be honest, it is one of the truest things of being a Christian. It is the mark of a Christian, to be honest. Christians were left a very firm instruction by Jesus to go and make disciples, to talk about everlasting life, that opportunity, that what we see now in this present world is not what is always going to be. As I said, the angels spoke of a conclusion of a system of things. This would end, what we see now. Of Of course, as humans, we find that very hard to believe because nations have always existed, but that's not true either. It's just that we choose to believe that. There are many nations. The nation of Babylon was one mountain-like country that no one would ever think would topple. Tyre, another one that was very proud in its heritage that God foretold would be toppled, and Babylon was foretold specifically that it would never be rebuilt. And although people, even Saddam Hussein, actually have tried to make that true, it's not ever worked, and it won't, because God has the power to do whatever he chooses to do. In fact, that's part of his the meaning of his name in Hebrew. I am what I am, in the most simplest form of language. Or I shall choose to be what I shall choose to be. So men can plot and try and make things happen, but bottom line is it will not work. The same as men have tried to topple the Bible. Again, it won't work. It won't happen. Let's get that off, and then that is where we're going to leave it. Doing it again. Always detach that. Right. Got that dragon on the floor. I wondered what was happening. Right, I've got 4 or 5 grass bales that are going to dissolve. By the time I've got animals, they're going to be totally useless, aren't they? They'll be long dissolved. Oh well. Just see if I can actually sell grass bales anywhere. Let's go and put the baler wrapper on this. The good news is at least that we can do this in one pass, and that is great. And the other thing I love about this is the fact that it always leaves every bale flat. Absolutely love that about this. That is really why I have grown to prefer this to my the Claas Roland, because the Claas Roland doesn't. Right, okay. That is where we will leave this this Let's Play in readiness for baler wrapping next time. And there we'll put them on the trailer and put them somewhere safe. Yeah, it's funny this. It actually goes, our land goes just beyond the path to here, I think, if you look on the map. Yeah, this is literally the border. We actually own the path and this sort of bit of land right up to where we are now. Yeah, this is literally the very, very edge. So it is possible for us to put a tiny little shed up, maybe, with a roof, if we can get one small enough, and put some bales in there. Right, anyway. Enough musing, that is a time for another time. Just like to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.